Good afternoon and welcome to the 2021 Australian Under-15 and Youth Championships. This is session 11, which is the women's 81 plus bodyweight category. I'm your host, Linda Eads, currently in Sydney, New South Wales. This weekend, we were meant to be in Hobart, having our first face-to-face competition nationally in over a year. But COVID put a stop to that. So rather than let the pandemic get the better of us, we've decided to make the most of the technology available and allow these young lifters to compete, to display their skill and strength on the platform. These athletes have maintained their training programs to peak for this event, and now they'll compete for the title of Australian champion. Let's introduce them to you now. From Victoria, Tanisha Hosking-Manny. From Queensland, Addison Jeffries. Also from Queensland, Manaya Ruka. From Queensland, Sky Wilson. From Tasmania, Ebony Cooper. From Tasmania, Danica Holloway. From Western Australia, Mia Southam. And from New South Wales, Everina Cook. Our referees for this session are Coral Fernandez, Jodie Marsh, and Jessica Edge. Our timekeeper and marshal is Ian Moyer. Our jury president is Phil Maunder. Jury members Alex Crute and Rowan Mason. We'll be communicating with the coaches via the digital attempt card, which will allow them to enter the weight requests so the competition can run as if we were all together lifting in one location. We've done our best seamless competition, so our timekeeper and marshals will be running the scoring system and entering weight changes from coaches as they come in. The order of lifting will proceed as if the athletes are sharing the platform. As always, each athlete will have 3 attempts at the snatch and 3 attempts at the clean and jerk, with each of their best lifts being added together to get the total for the competition. We will have a 10-minute break as per normal between the snatch and the clean and jerk. So with no further ado, our clock is set at 1 minute and our first lifter will be from Tasmania, Ebony Cooper, with the 22 kilo weight requested on the bar.
Down.
And a good lift there for Ebony, opening comfortably on that weight. And 3 white lights. So the automatic increment for Ebony will take her to 23 kilos. So Ebony taking more. So 25 kilos now, the weight requested for Ebony. So a 3-minute clock counting because Ebony is taking consecutive lifts. In this online format, we are simply adding an extra minute to the normal 2-minute clock to account for the loading changes. Normally, watching a face-to-face competition, you would know that the clock stops when the loaders walk onto the platform and only commences again when they walk off, but we're running a little bit online. So the time requirements and changes allowed for the coaches are the same as a normal face-to-face competition. So a change has to be made in the first 30 seconds. And here's Ebony for her second attempt.
Down.
And a good lift again for Ebony on 25 kilos. Again, we'll see the automatic increment of 1 kilo be added to the weight required. And Ebony taking more weight, so 27 the request for the bar for Ebony Cooper, Tasmania, for her third attempt. categories. So Addison, Ebony, Mia, and Everina all competing in the under 15 section of this event. So 4 lifters. And Tanisha, Manaya, Sky, Danica, Mia, and Everina also competing in the youth part of the competition. So youth is 17 and 16 years of age. And under 15 is 15 down through to turning 13. So current call is with Tasmanian lifter, Ebony Cooper, her third attempt. And Ebony taking more weight, so 28 kilos being loaded onto the bar there. And clock continues.
Down.
And a good lift for Ebony, finishing 3 from 3 in today's competition. We now move to Queensland lifter, Addison Jeffries, and 47 kilos required on the bar. Mia Southam, please prepare. You will be the lifter to follow. So current call is for Addison, first attempt.
Down.
And a good lift for Addison with a comfortable opener there on 47 kilos. And the automatic increment applies for Addison. So a 3-minute clock counting and 48 kilos on the bar. So Addison taking more. We move to 50 kilos on the bar, and it will be for West Australian lifter Mia Southam. So Mia also competing in the under 15 part of this competition. So current call is with the West Australian lifter for her opening attempt on 50 kilos.
Down.
And a good attempt there for Mia. Happy with that. So we stay with 50 kilos on the bar. We go back to Queensland for the second attempt of Addison Jeffries. So Mia moved into first place in the under 15s with that previous attempt. So Addison will be
fast at the top. Hold the catch. Come on.
Down.
Yes. Easy.
And a good lift for Addison there on 50 kilos. So we see the automatic increment applied for Addison and a 3-minute clock counting. So Danica Holloway, please prepare. So current call still with Addison. Addison taking more. So we now move to Tasmanian lifter Danica Holloway for her opening attempt. 53 kilos on the bar. Mia Southam, please prepare. So call is for first attempt of Tasmanian lifter Danica Holloway.
Down.
And a good lift there for Danica with her opening attempt. Bar stays at 53 kilos and it is for the Western Australian lifter Mia Southam. Addison Jeffries, please prepare.
Down.
And a good lift there for Mia on 53. Bar stays at 53. Manai Ruka, please prepare.
Come on. Last one, best one, okay? Fast at the top. Yeah, come on. Easy, hold.
Down.
Yeah, good work.
And a lift for Addison there on her third attempt, 3 from 3. We need 54 on the bar, and it goes to Queensland lifter Manai Ruka. Sky Wilson, please prepare.
Down.
And a good opening attempt there on 54 kilos. So we now see the weight change to 55 kilos, and it will be for Queensland lifter Sky Wilson. Put 1 minute on the clock for Sky.
Down. Down.
And a good lift there for Sky on her opener with 55 kilos. Will now that bar stay with 55 kilos and go to Mia Southam from Western Australia for her third attempt.
Down.
And a good lift there for Mia on 55, also finishing with 3 from 3 today. So 56 is the required weight on the bar for Tasmanian lifter Danica Holloway. Second attempt. Everina Cook, please prepare.
Down.
And a good lift there again for Danica on 56. Call will stay with the current lifter and the automatic increment 57 needed at the moment. Everina Cook, please prepare. So Danica taking more. That'll change the order of lifting. And we now go to the New South Wales lifter, Everina Cook, for her opening attempt, 58 kilos on the bar. So clock counting for Rena Cook, first attempt.
down,
And that's a good lift for Everina's opening attempt there on 58 kilos. So we go to Queensland now. The bar stays at 58 kilos, and it is for Manea Ruka for her second attempt.
down,
And a good lift there on 58, just having to go for a little walk with her foot there. So 58 stays on the bar, and it is the third attempt of Tasmanian lifter Danica Holloway. Everina, please prepare. You'll be the lifter to follow.
down,
And a good lift there for Danica, finishing also with 3 from 3. So we now go to Sky Wilson, Everina having taken more. So Sky Wilson, 60 kilos required on the bar. And it is Sky's second attempt. Everina Cook, you'll be the lifter to follow.
down,
And a good lift there for Sky on 60 kilos. So the bar stays at 60 kilos, and we go to Everina Cook, New South Wales lifter, for her second attempt.
down,
And a good lift there for Everina, just maintaining that bottom position to ensure she had control standing up. So we now increase the weight on the bar to 61 kilos, and it is for the Queensland lifter Manea Ruka for her third attempt. Sky, you'll be the lifter to follow. Unfortunately, no lift there. Just a little bit off balance. So the bar stays at 61 kilos. It is for the third attempt of Queensland lifter Sky Wilson. Sky taking more weight. Sky going to 65. So it will now be the third attempt. Everina Cook from New South Wales. Everina also taking more. So Everina taking 63. So we'll now move to Victorian lifter Tanisha Hosking Manny for her opening attempt, 63 kilos on the bar.
down,
And a good opener there for Tanisha on 63. We'll now go to the third attempt of New South Wales lifter Everina Cook. 63 is the weight still on the bar. And clock count booked.
down,
And a good lift there for Rena as well, 3 from 3. We now need 65 kilos on the bar there for the third attempt of Queensland lifter Sky Wilson. So all of our lifters on the board now in the first part of the competition. And in weightlifting, you need to be successful with at least 1 snatch and 1 clean and jerk in order to achieve a total. So third attempt for Sky Wilson from Queensland.
down,
And unfortunately, no lift there from the referees for Sky's third attempt. So we now go to 67 kilos on the bar, and that is for Tanisha Hosking-Manny from Victoria for her second attempt. Tanisha is our final lifter. Following this, we will have a 10-minute break.
down,
And a good lift there for Tanisha on 67 kilos. So the automatic increment applies for Tanisha, so 68 kilos on the bar. I'm sure there'll be a request come through for that to go up. Yep, Tanisha is going to 70 kilos. So we'll see those blue plates come off and the big reds go on. Those big red plates are 25 kilos each. The girls' bar is 15. Victorian lifters having travelled to Tasmania and competing on the same platform with the Tassie lifters. So I'm on the bar is loaded. And it is for our final lift in the women's 81 plus bodyweight category in the snatch section here at the under 15 Youth Australian Championships. Currently, New South Wales lifter Everina Cook in the lead in the under 15 portion of the competition. And our current lifter Tanisha in the lead in the youth section of the championships. And here's Tanisha, third attempt.
down,
And a good lift on 70 kilos there for Tanisha, finishing off this part of the competition really well. So we'll put the clock on for 10 minutes and we will see you back very, very shortly. Stay tuned. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the 2021 Australian Under 15 and Youth Championships. We're underway with session 11, which is the women's 81 plus bodyweight category, and we are almost ready to start the clean and jerk portion of the competition. We have just been on a 10-minute break, and the time is just counting down right now. So our first lifter will be from Tasmania, a 32 kilo barbell required, and it is for Ebony Cooper.
Down.
And a good lift there for Ebony on 32 kilos, showing us how to do a power jerk. And 33 is the automatic increment for Ebony. Ebony taking more, so 35 kilos is the weight required. So a 3-minute clock counting down for Ebony as she is taking consecutive lifts. Ebony competing as an under 15 lifter in this section of the competition, along with Addison, Mia and Everina. Our other lifters, Tanisha, Monet and Everina, also competing in the youth or under 17 section as well. And coming to us from Tasmania, where we were meant to be lifting in this competition over this weekend, and on the full competition platform. So 4x4 meter wooden platform. And here's Ebony for her second attempt. Second lift there on 35 kilos. So we'll now move to 36 kilos for Ebony, which again is the automatic increment, Ebony taking more. So the request is for 38 kilos. And that will stay with Ebony as the current lifter. Addison Jeffries, please prepare as you'll be the following lifter. So competition guidelines for this online event this weekend allow lifters to compete on platforms smaller than the normal 4x4 because they are lifting in various locations around the country and not everybody has access to a competition regulation platform. Here's Ebony for her third attempt.
Down.
And a good lift for Ebony, finishing from 6 from 6 today with a total of 66. We now move to a bar of 55 kilos, and it will be for Queensland lifter Addison Jeffries for her opening attempt.
Fast. Good work. Come on, come on. Big drive up, push it back. Push, 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 push. Hold it there.
Down.
Nice work.
And a good opening attempt there for Addison on 58 kilos. So we'll see the automatic increment applied, and it will stay with Addison for her second attempt. And so good lift for Addison on her first attempt, and 58 kilos on the bar, 59 kilos on the bar is the call for Addison Jeffries for her second attempt. So Addison taking more weight. So 62 is the call for Addison. It still stays with the same lifter. Loader's just getting that bar ready. And plenty of time there for Addison. So our coaches today using a digital attempt card. Obviously the physical marshal table would not work based on our current logistics. So facilitates the coaches being able to make those changes that they would normally do on the paper athlete card on the marshal table. So call is on Queensland lifter. Competitor currently in the lead. We have one more session this evening that will conclude the competition. That's due to start at 6 p.m. and is the men's 96, 102 and 102 plus bodyweight categories.
Same
And
again,
here's
Addison.
Addison for her second attempt.
Fast. Fast, 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 fast. Good work. Come on. Big. Push, 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 push. Hold.
Down.
Easy. Let's go.
And a good lift there for Addison on 62 kilos. So the automatic increment again moves us up to 63 kilos. Addison taking more though, so the request is for 65 kilos on the bar. And the loaders just getting that ready for Addison. Counting down from a 3-minute clock. Beautiful work. Thank you very much. So third attempt for Addison Jeffries from Queensland, 65 kilos on the bar. Manaya Ruka, please prepare. You'll be the lifter to follow. And many of our lifters will be attempting personal bests at this event, given its status as a national championship. And some of those lifters also attempting to go up in a level of the AWF grading structure. And in particular, some of those athletes aiming to hit the youth qualifying total to be part of the youth squad. So a big motivating factor for many of our young lifters lifting today. So third attempt for Queensland lifter Addison Jeffries, 65 kilos, the requested weight on the bar.
Last one, best one here. Come on.
Come on, Ads.
Fast. You see, come on. Big leg drive, push it back. Come on. Push. Hold.
Down.
Let's go.
And Addison finishing off with a good lift there and 6 from 6 with a total of 118. We now move to a bar with 68 kilos on as the weight called, and Queensland lifter Manaya Ruka.
Down.
And a solid opener there on 68 kilos. So the automatic increment there as 69 kilos. I'm sure we'll see some additional weight added to that. And we do. Manaya's going up to 73. So the call will go to Tasmanian lifter Danica Holloway for her opening attempt. More. We'll now move to Western Australian lifter Maya Southam for her opening attempt. Everina Cook, please prepare. So call is with Maya Southam, Western Australia.
Down.
And a good lift there for Maya on her opener with 70 kilos. So the required weight on the bar stays at 70, and it will go to Everina Cook from New South Wales for her opening attempt. Just need a camera shot there from New South Wales, Everina.
Down.
And a good opening attempt there for Everina on 70 kilos. We go to West Australia, back to Maya Southam, 71 kilos, the requested weight at this stage. Maya going up to 74, so we still need a bar with 71 kilos on it. Everina also going up, so we now go to Danica Holloway from Tasmania for her opening attempt on 72 kilos. So call is with Tasmanian lifter Danica Holloway, first attempt 72 kilos.
Down.
And a good lift for Danica with her opener there on 72. We'll move up 1 kilo, 73 kilos on the bar for Manaya Ruka from Queensland. Second attempt. Cook, please prepare.
Down.
And a good lift for Mania from Queensland. Bar stays at 73 kilos, and it is for Everina Cook from New South Wales. Second attempt. So call is for Everina Cook, 73 kilos.
Down.
And a good lift there for Everina on 73 kilos. We'll just stop the competition there for a second.
Yep. Unanimous with the jury that that's a no lift, Linda.
Okay, so the jury overruling that lift for Everina. I think probably a press out there. So no lift for Everina on 73. So the bar will stay at 73 at this stage. And we've got 3-minute clock for Rena. So I think we've got a call coming through for Rena to go up. And that will be her third attempt at 76. So we now go to West Australian lifter Mia Southam for her second attempt and 74 kilos on the bar. Manea, please prepare. You'll be the lifter to follow.
Down.
And unfortunately, no lift there for Maya. So the bar stays at 74 kilos and 3 minutes on the clock for Maya. So third attempt there for Maya Southam, the current call on the bar. Maya taking more weight. So we now change to Maya taking 76. So we now change to Manaya Ruka from Queensland. Third attempt.
Down.
And a good lift by majority there for Manaya from Queensland for her third attempt. So we now go back to New South Wales lifter Everina Cook and 76 kilos on the bar. Mia Southam, please prepare. You'll be the lifter to follow. So current lift is with Everina Cook from New South Wales.
Down.
And a good lift by majority there for Everina on 76. And we'll just stop.
Yeah. Just yeah. Jury's unanimous. So press out in the right arm.
Okay.
So overturned. Yep.
Unfortunately, no lift there for Everina on 76, pressing out again on that right side. So she'll finish in first place in the under 15s with a total of 133. And we now go to a bar with 76 still on the, no, Mia's taking more. So Mia's going to 79. So we go to 77 on the bar, and that is for Tasmanian lifter Danica Holloway for her second attempt.
Down.
And a good lift there for Danica on 77. So the automatic increment applied there for Danica. So the bar going to 78 kilos. I'm sure she will put more weight on that bar though. Currently counting down a 3-minute clock for Danica, taking consecutive lifts. Mia Southam, you will be the lifter to follow. And Mia, yep, there we go, Danica taking more weight. So our next lifter will be Mia Southam from Western Australia with a 9-kilo jump in an attempt to take out first place in the under 15 section of the competition. Oh, a good attempt, but unfortunately not today. So she was successful with her opener on 70 kilos, and so finishing with the silver medal in that section of the competition. So we now move to Danica Holloway for her third attempt, 80 kilos on the bar. And Danica currently in the lead for the under 17 section of the competition. Sky Wilson, please prepare. You'll be the lifter to follow. So current call is with Tasmanian lifter Danica Holloway for her third attempt.
Down.
And a good lift there for Danica, finishing off with 6 from 6 and a total of 138. We now see the first attempt of Sky Wilson from Queensland with 82 kilos requested on the bar. Tanisha, please prepare. You'll be the lifter to follow.
Down.
And a good lift there for Sky, giving us a power jerk to get that weight overhead and secure a total for the competition. We now go to Victorian lifter Tanisha Hosking-Mani for her first attempt, 83 kilos on the bar. If successful with this lift, Tanisha will move into first place.
Down.
And a good lift there for Tanisha, getting on the board with her first clean and jerk and securing a total. And also in the front runner as the front runner for the youth competition. So Tanisha electing to take more weight. So we go back to Queensland lifter Sky Wilson for her second attempt, 86 kilos on the bar.
Down.
And a good lift there for Sky on 86 kilos for her second attempt. We'll see that bar stay at 86 and we'll move back to Victorian lifter Tanisha Hosking-Mani for her second attempt. Tanisha aiming to further her lead with this attempt.
Down.
And a good lift there for Tanisha on 86 kilos. Moving further ahead. Bar stays at, or bar goes to 87, the automatic increment, and stays with Tanisha Hosking-Mani. Tanisha taking 88 kilos, so the call still stays with the same lifter. 2 lifts remaining in this session. Our men's session was meant to start at 6, but there will be a little bit of a delay before we are ready to commence that session. So we'll get that time to you promptly. So Tanisha moving up, and the call now going to Queensland lifter Sky Wilson for her third attempt, 90 kilos. Sky currently sitting on a total of 146. Sky also moving up. We now move back to Victorian lifter Tanisha Hosking-Mani for her final attempt. So current call for Victorian lifter Tanisha, 90 kilos on the bar.
Down.
And a good lift there for Tanisha, and she's looking pretty pleased with that. So finishing with 6 from 6 today and a total of 160. I'd be pretty happy with that total too. And we now move to our final lifter for this session here, the women's 81 plus category. And it is Queensland lifter Sky Wilson, 91 kilos requested on the bar.
Down.
And unfortunately, no lift there for Sky on 91. Just a bit of a press out there, but she was successful with her previous attempt on 86 and finishing with a total of 146. So I will run through the places for our session here, the women's 81 plus bodyweight category. So in the under 15 part of the championship for lifters, and in the bronze medal position from Queensland with a total of 180 kilos is Addison Jeffries. In silver medal position with a total of 125 kilos from Western Australia is Mia Southam. And in first place in the gold medal position with a total of 133 kilos from New South Wales, Everina Cook. In the youth part of the championships, we have in the bronze medal position with a total of 138 kilos, the Tasmanian lifter, Danica Holloway. In silver medal position with a total of 146 kilos from Queensland, Sky Wilson. And in the gold medal position from Victoria with a total of 160 kilos is Tanisha Hosking-Mackie. Well done, ladies. That was a great competition, and we will see you back very, very shortly for the men's final event here, and that is the 96, 102 and 102 plus categories.
Good night all.